Are you tired of visiting the same old crowded Florida beaches and theme parks? Too bad. Throw out your tourist map because we're about to let you in on 22 secret Florida spots locals love. But really hope you never find buckle up and keep this list on the down low. Drop everything, grab your swimsuit and bug spray, and dive in. From eerie state parks where bison wander under starlit skies, to hole-in-the-wall seafood shacks and tucked-away tropical gardens, Florida has surprises around every corner. We dare you to subscribe to this channel and only share it with your most trusted travel buddy. After all, it's so off-limits you'll need a travel ally. Oh, and pack a sense of humor. Some of these spots will make you spit out your key lime pie laughing. Seriously, treat this as your VIP invite to Florida's hidden club. We're handing you the keys, so try not to laugh maniacally in public. Ready to ditch the tourist crowds and earn your Florida Insider badge? Let's go. 22. Kissimmee Prairie Preserve State Park, Okeechobee. Kissimmee Prairie Preserve, Florida's first official dark sky park, is a hidden treasure for anyone craving nature's quiet magic. Far from the city lights, about 100 miles south of Orlando, the vast prairie stretches endlessly beneath a sky so clear you can trace the Milky Way from one horizon to the other. Locals often set up tents and linger late into the night, watching constellations bloom where the darkness feels almost sacred. At dawn, mist rolls over the open fields, and you might catch sight of a wild Florida cracker cow grazing in the distance. As the sun rises, the prairie shifts from indigo to gold, wrapping every visitor in a calm that feels both ancient and alive. 21. Joanie's Blue Crab Cafe, Okeechobee. You won't find Joanie's Blue Crab Cafe on any tourist map, and that's exactly how the locals like it. Hidden deep in the Everglades, this no-frills spot serves up heaping plates of blue crab, shrimp, frog legs, and gator tail that taste like pure Florida. The place looks like a weathered shack from the outside, but inside it's all laughter, long shared tables, and the comforting smell of seafood sizzling in butter. Regulars will tell you it's the kind of place where time slows down and every bite feels earned after the drive to get there. Finish strong with a slice of key lime pie that hits the perfect balance of tart and sweet. Just one tip: bring floss, because that gator tail doesn't play fair. 20. Paynes Prairie Preserve State Park, Moikanapi. Think Florida is all beaches? Think again. Paynes Prairie, just outside Gainesville, is a 21,000-acre expanse of pure wilderness where wild bison and horses wander through open fields as alligators glide across still waters. Locals like to call it a real-life safari, and they're not exaggerating. On early mornings, mist drifts low over the prairie as bison graze in the distance, and turtles line up on sun-soaked logs like they own the place. It's the kind of landscape that feels untouched, a rare corner of Florida that still breathes the rhythm of the wild. Even lifelong residents are surprised to learn it exists, tucked quietly away from crowds. Bring your binoculars, a camera, and the comfort of solitude, because out here, nature is the only company you'll need. 19. Whimzeyland, Safety Harbor. Not every hidden gem in Florida comes wrapped in palm trees and sunsets. Some sparkle in their own eccentric way, like Whimzeyland in Safety Harbor. Known as the Bowling Ball House, this kaleidoscopic wonderland is a living art project that's been growing for over 2 decades. The owners have transformed their yard into a riot of color, layering bowling balls, tiles, mirrors, and mosaics into something that feels halfway between a sculpture garden and a dream. It's the kind of place that makes you smile before you even step out of the car. Tourists often find it through social media or TV features, but for locals, it's a beloved curiosity they never tire of revisiting, just to see what wild new creation has appeared since their last drive-by. 18. King's Landing, Apopka. No, not the one from Game of Thrones. This King's Landing is a hidden kayak launch tucked deep in the quiet swamps of Apopka. It's a winding passageway of palms, cypress, and glass. Clear spring water that feels like paddling straight through a secret jungle. Locals come here to escape the noise of Orlando's theme park crowds and drift beneath dappled sunlight, where turtles and fish glide below the surface. One travel writer called it a rainforest in central Florida, and that's no exaggeration. The water stays cool year-round, perfect for a mid-paddle dip when the sun gets relentless. Visitors who find it are quick to whisper its name, knowing it's a better-kept secret, and definitely better without any talk of winter coming. 17. Ocala National Forest, Silver Springs, Ocala. Ocala National Forest is Florida's wild heart, a sprawling paradise of over 600 lakes and rivers perfect for paddleboarding, scuba diving, or casting a quiet fishing line. Locals love it for its untamed calm, where the trails stretch for miles, and the only sounds are wind, water, and the call of distant birds. You can spend an entire day exploring and never cross paths with another person, just the shimmer of spring-fed pools and sun filtering through the pines. It's a world away from crowds and roller coasters, a reminder that Florida's magic isn't all man-made. And if anyone brings up the Magic Kingdom while you're out there, just smile, dip your paddle, and let the forest answer for you. 16. Bok Tower Gardens, Lake Wales. This one's an elegant secret. 45 acres of gardens surrounding an 8-story singing tower with a massive 23-bell carillon. Locals pack picnics here to hear live classical music under moss-draped oaks and among exotic blooms. It was designed by Frederick Law Olmsted Jr., big name in landscape architecture. So yes, it's a big deal in garden design. Really, what's more Florida than a medieval-looking tower set in colorful gardens? Exactly. Nothing. 15. Little Moir's Food Shack, Jupiter. Tucked behind palm trees, Little Moir's is an unlikely Florida institution. Don't let the word shack fool you. This weathered hut in Jupiter serves up surprisingly elegant seafood dishes, from fried tuna rolls to sweet potato-crusted pompano. Locals happily wait, often over an hour, to taste whatever delicious surprise the chef dreamed up with the morning catch. In short, they say it's the best thing to eat in town if you can stand the lines. It's so famous with locals that newbies are heard bragging about it for years. 14. Walker's Landing, Amelia Island. Want a private sunset theater? Walker's Landing is a grassy bluff on Amelia Island with benches and even swings, perfectly aligned for the evening show. It overlooks a quiet salt marsh and the intracoastal waterway, where locals gather to watch pink skies fade to black. There's a quaint, rustic lodge on site, often used for weddings, so you can always pretend you're a guest if you run into someone. It's basically Florida's best-kept sunset secret. Locals have already claimed the good seats. 13. Ann Norton, Sculpture Gardens, West Palm Beach. Hidden next to a lagoon in Palm Beach County, this garden feels more like an artist's maze than a typical park. It was sculptor Ann Norton's home and studio, and now it's filled with her tall, abstract statues peeking out of flowering palms. Locals praise it as Palm Beach's own secret outdoor art museum. The best part, you can wander quietly among 30-foot sculptures and psychic gardens and pretend you're on a hidden movie set. Just remember, no yelling action. Let's not blow their cover. 12. No Name Pub, Big Pine Key. As shady as the name sounds, This bar is the real deal. Opened in 1931, originally as a general store, no-name pub's walls and even ceilings are literally covered in dollar bills that patrons have stapled up since forever. Locals know it's the kind of dive where you'll down a cold beer and maybe snap a silly photo with a stuffed fish. People joke, it's a nice place if you can find it, which is pretty much the point. 11. El Palacio de los Jugos, Miami. Miami locals have known about this gem for decades. Starting as a tiny takeout stand in 1977, El Palacio is now an empire of Cuban flavors. Every outpost includes a bodega corner selling tropical fruits, but the main draw is the food. Piles of rice, beans, roast pork, plantains, and gallons of freshly squeezed juice. It's basically an open-air Cuban fiesta hall. If you don't leave with a plate piled high and a jug of agua de limon, did you even try? Hint, they sell jug-sized lemonade to go. 10. Peanut Island, Riviera Beach. Ever wanted a private beach all to yourself? Peanut Island might be the closest Florida gets. This tiny man-made island requires a boat or kayak to access, which means fewer crowds. Locals consider it a perfect day trip hideout. It's reef-ringed and shallow, great for snorkeling among tropical fish or picnicking in the sand. When you finally land here, you'll find palm trees, picnic tables, and even a World War II bunker museum, all without another living soul in sight. In short, prepare for your VIP beach day. 9. Pelican Island, National Wildlife Refuge, Vero Beach. Pelican Island was the nation's first wildlife refuge. Yes, first. And it still feels secret today. Spread over thousands of acres of marshes and islands, it's a luxury resort for pelicans, herons, and even sea turtles. Locals kayak or hike the trails here to spot baby turtles and bobcats that tourists rarely see. It's less a tourist trap and more a hidden nature playground. Keep an eye out. If a manatee surfaces next to your kayak, just act natural, like it's something you see every weekend. 8. Cortez Historic Fishing Village, Cortez. Not so much a tourist attraction as a living time capsule. Cortez is one of Florida's last old-school fishing communities pop into the Starfish Company, a 1920s-era dockside fish house. And you might see a stone crab being shucked on the porch as you eat. Locals treasure Cortez for its rough-hewn docks and authentic fish markets. Tourists, not a motel in sight. Get here early for a fresh grouper sandwich on the porch and a side of dockside authenticity. 7. The Kampong Botanical Garden, Miami's Coconut Grove. You've probably never heard of this place, which is kind of the point. The Kampong is an 11-acre exotic garden hidden behind a simple red gate in Coconut Grove. It was once the estate of famed plant explorer Dr. David Fairchild, so you'll find bizarre fruits like cacao pods and endangered orchids, and towering banyan trees. Locals wander its shadowy paths, hoping to glimpse rare orchids or the night-blooming jasmine. Visiting feels like a treasure hunt through time. Just remember to whisper, because this garden's got secrets of its own. 6. The Banyan Tree, Islamorada. Don't let the map fool you. The Banyan Tree is a shopping village tucked into a lush tropical garden. Locals flock here to sip iced coffee under giant live oaks and browse the quirky gift shop inside an old train caboose. It's overflowing with orchids, fairy lights, and every Keys tchotchke imaginable. On second Thursdays, they even hold flower arranging workshops under the banyan branches. Think of it as Islamorada's hippie chic flea market. If you see any tourists here, smirk knowingly and keep browsing. 5. Historic Sponge Docks, Tarpon Springs. Head north of Clearwater and suddenly you're in the middle of Greece. Well, Florida's version of it. Tarpon Springs is America's sponge diving capital. Locals are proud of the century-old sponge boats, Greek bakeries, and taverna patios lining the docks. You can board a boat and watch sponge divers haul in a chest of sponges, or meander past shops selling baklava and oregano. It's basically an Aegean vacation without leaving the country. Pro tip: order a gyro and pretend you didn't just stumble on this paradise. 4. Gordon River Greenway, Naples. Naples isn't just fancy resorts. Locals will nudge you toward this slice of wilderness. The Gordon River Greenway is an elevated boardwalk winding through pristine mangroves. Canoeists slip quietly under you, while hikers on the trail pretend they planned this swamp stroll all along. It's effectively a secret swamp hike with occasional gator sightings. Nothing says Florida Insider like that. Rumor has it that the entrance is so obscure, even maps struggle. 3. Robert is Here, Homestead. Robert is Here is a roadside wonderland where tropical flavors run wild. South Florida locals flock here to sample every exotic fruit imaginable: mango, lychee, star apple, and top it off with a milkshake made from whichever fruit catches your eye. It's basically Willy Wonka's fruit stand, only juicier and sun-soaked. Come hungry, because one sip of their creamy avocado or coconut shake will have you believing in magic, and don't be surprised if you leave with sticky fingers and a bag full of papayas or a gallon of rum punch. This isn't just a pit stop, it's a full-on celebration of flavor, the kind of place that makes you slow down, taste boldly, and appreciate just how wild Florida's bounty can be. 2. Shiny Fish Emporium, Anna Maria Island. Welcome to Shiny Fish, the ultimate mom-and-pop souvenir spot where whimsy reigns and everyone feels like family. Here, you can paint your own sand dollar, wander racks of ukuleles, tiki hats, and hand-printed kimonos, or just soak in the cheerful chaos. Owners Rebecca and Dan go out of their way to make every visitor feel at home, helping your kids decorate shells while you dash off to track down the ice cream truck. On Saturdays, locals practically move in, drawn by the bright colors, playful energy, and just right touch of Florida kitsch. And don't worry, the fish are very much alive, happily swimming among the laughter. It's a place that reminds you that souvenirs don't have to be boring, and that a little joy, carefully curated and wildly colorful, can make any trip unforgettable. 1. Morikami Museum and Japanese Gardens, Delray Beach. Finally, there's Morikami and Delray Beach, 16 acres of Japanese tranquility tucked quietly into the suburbs. Locals drift here for a deep breath of calm among koi ponds, stone bridges, and whispering bamboo groves. The bonsai garden feels like time itself paused to rest, and the traditional tea house serves matcha so smooth it could silence your thoughts. Inside, there's a small museum chronicling Japan's cultural ties to South Florida. But most visitors just linger outdoors, letting the stillness do the talking. It's the kind of peace that makes you believe in portals, quiet ones you step into without realizing until the world slows down. And there you have it, 22 strange, soulful, and unmistakably Floridian places your average tourist wouldn't dream of finding. We salute you, curious wanderer, for making it this far, though applause might startle the locals. Hold your camera close and your secrets closer. Maybe pretend you stumbled upon these spots by accident, guided only by good luck and a stubborn sense of wonder. Then quietly close this tab before temptation wins. No one likes a loud secret keeper in paradise, and maybe that's the point. Florida hides its soul in the places that ask nothing from you except presence. So before you post, tag, or tell anyone what you found, ask yourself, can every secret stay beautiful if everyone knows?